just plant your feet so your feet stay down and your butt stays down. And you squeeze your muscles in between your shoulder blades, and then your chest and your head come up really gently. So just a little baby cobra. So this exercise strengthens these back muscles, but it's also trying to release the front. And try to push your hips down into the table as you do this. And then you take 3 deep breaths, and your diaphragm should lift you up and down. Good. And just a little more gentle with your head. There you go. And just lift your diaphragm up and down. Breathe in, breathe out. And after the 3rd breath, you're going to just come down slowly. And then just when you're on the floor, you'll be turning your head to the right or left, whichever is more comfortable. So we're going to do that twice. So you're going to plant your feet, plant your hips so that they don't come up, and then squeeze between your shoulder blades, and then gently come up. So this should not be extreme. All of these exercises are just gentle, gentle. Good. And then after the 3rd breath, you're just going to let your head lower, everything lower, and then turn your head to the side when you're face down. Yeah. Okay. So the only reason I say face to head to the side, because on the table you have a face cradle there that you can put your head straight. So I'm going to have you turn over onto your back. Actually, let's turn onto your side. Let's have you face this way. That would be probably better. Yeah. Okay, just scooch down a little bit. I'll bring that up for you. Okay. You can put your hand underneath your head there if it's comfortable. Yeah. So you're in the perfect position. So your hips are stacked and your legs are bent a little bit. So in this position, you're kind of activating that hip flexor that we're talking about. So what you're going to do is keep your thighs parallel, but straighten the top leg. And then, so it should be parallel, so keep it stacked on top of each other, okay? And then flex your foot a little bit, so you're activating your hamstring, okay? And then you're just gonna do a leg raise, and you don't have to go up very far. You okay there? Not too bad? And if that's easy for you, you can try pointing your toe a little bit that way. And this gets into the glute medius and also gets into the lateral abs and a little bit into the psoas muscle on the front of your spine. And you can go up as far as is comfortable for you, but all these exercises should be gentle and easy. So you're kind of coaxing the muscle to relax. Because when you have the muscle on the front of your spine and the inside of your pelvis that's spasming, it can affect all of the muscles around your abdomen. So you could do maybe 10 if that's easy for you. If that's too easy, you could do 15 and 20, whatever is easier for you. And then go onto your back. And from here, we're going to do a bridge. And your legs are fine there, but I think maybe because you have such an extreme spasm, a little less of an angle with your legs here, okay? So I'm going to explain, I think you know how to do a bridge, but I'm going to explain it to you. When you do a bridge, it's very important that your head stays straight, okay? So even though I'm talking to you, I don't want you to turn your head. You can have a little pillow if you're on the floor, but not too much of an angle, okay? So what you're gonna do, I don't want your knees to come in too much, like don't squeeze them together, don't let them fall apart. Just keep them kind of neutral with your hips. That will protect your low back. So what you're gonna do is as you breathe in, you're gonna come up from the tailbone first, 1 vertebra at a time. So breathe in and come up, 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 up to your. So and if you can't, just kind of just the tail.
I need this to be higher.
Yeah. Oh, so higher is fine.
Yeah.
So go ahead and not too much. You okay there? And then breathe through. So see how your legs are going apart. So keep them steady. So relax down again. So put your. Yeah, so you're getting a little spasm there. Yeah, so that's why I suggested a little further. But let's do it further with your legs and less high with as you come up, okay? So keep your feet, well first put your feet so that they're parallel so they're not too far out. So the knees stay where the feet are and the knees and the hips are aligned, okay? So breathe in and just come up maybe a couple of vertebrae. You don't have to go very far. So
get it up.
So that's okay, you don't have to go there that far. So I'm going to put some trace minerals on your. And I think normally you can do this bridge easily, so I think you're overshooting it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So for now, the trace minerals have a lot of magnesium.
Easier on the floor.
Yes. Yeah, and when you do anything like this on a bad, unstable surface, it's a little more challenging. The trace minerals just have magnesium and other minerals to help the spasm relax too. Okay, so again, only maybe your tailbone up because you have an extreme spasm, so that's perfect. So stay up, so breathe in and just raise a little bit, 3 breaths in and out. Make sure that these don't go apart. And then after the 3rd breath, you could just slowly lower. So as that gets easier for you, you can go further up the spine. But I want you to do, gentle and easy. So if it's too challenging, if you go into spasm, even if spasm in your legs, I want you to back off. So this should all be just gentle, easy, more easy than you think you can do, okay? Because the idea is you're coaxing the spasm to relax, because it's neurologically hyped up. So again, just breathe in and just raise your tailbone. Yeah, and hold that. 3 breaths. And I can feel that your legs want to go apart, so I want you to concentrate on this, keeping these together. And that's difficult for you. Yeah. So for you, the 3 breaths is too much. So just your tailbone up, and maybe 1 breath, and then come down. You don't have to do any more of those. Okay.
Yeah.
So we showed you the cobra. We showed you the side leg. After the camera's off, where you're going to do the other side leg. But for now, I want to show you the stretch off the table. Okay. So you may already be aware of this. So what you're going to do is just, if you're on your bed, you can just push your leg off the side, and you may have to move your hip a little bit further. So don't rotate. So you just kind of go to the side. So you kind of like move this leg off the table. There you go. So not sideways though. So you're kind of hanging off.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
sorry.
So it's almost like your buttocks is off the table there.
Yes.
Is that too
I'm with
easy for you?
It's fine.
You feel a little stretch here? So that's what we want, just kind of a gentle stretch. If this isn't enough of a stretch, you can kind of put your toe on the floor and you'll get more of a stretch, okay? So I want you to stay in the stretch position, any stretch, for 3 breaths. So deep breath in and out. Good, and you can relax. So what people normally do when they do this stretch is they move their body to the side, but I want your body to be the anchor on the bed. So don't move your shoulder to the side, don't twist. It's just kind of like you're hanging your leg off that way. Actually, I just did that with my shoulder. So your leg goes backwards. You get the idea?
Yeah.
Okay, so one thing that's very important, people usually forget, the other knee is up. This protects your low back. If you straighten this leg, then you're too much of an arch in your back. So you can just bring that leg up for me and just switch to the other side. Make sure that your body's in the middle. And this one is up, the other one is off the table. Perfect. You should feel a little gentle stretch there. And if you need more of a stretch, the toe comes back a little bit onto the floor. And then breathe in 3 times. So this is the stretch, and then the other ones are the strengthening, okay?
Yeah.
And then back to neutral. Good. And you can turn that off. Thank you.